What's up, YouTubers? This is Robert here with the next big thing, and this is the next big topic. Today I want to talk about top 5 list of the top 5 best things about the Attitude Era, and then after that I'm going to finish the video with a top 5 list of the worst things about the Attitude Era, things that hurt the Attitude Era. Before I get started, I just wanted to let you know you can always subscribe, you can always spread the words to your friend. You can always tell other people to subscribe. You can always comment down below and tell me what you think about my videos and tell me what I need to do to improve. Now, I'm a strong believer in live promos and live video, and so I do not edit my videos. If I mess up, then that's my fault, and that will be on the video. If I say something stupid, then that's my fault. It will be on the video. I will not ever edit my videos because I feel like live recordings makes it more personal and makes it better and makes it more interesting for you to watch. You can also follow me on Twitter. It's the NXT Big Thing 1, number 1. Please follow me there. I'll be posting all my videos there. I'm looking for a website to post to, a wrestling related website to start posting my videos. If you know anything, please contact me. You can contact me in the comment section. You can direct message me on Twitter. Anything that you want to do, please contact me and let me know. I'm looking to get my name out there. And please let me know. Give me feedback on your videos. Alright, enough rambling. It is time for my top 5 best things about the Attitude Era. Number 5, the balance of divisions. And what do I mean by that? I mean your Divas division, your Tag division, your mid-card, your lower card, and your main event divisions were very well balanced. It's pretty common formula. Divas are in the lower card to lower mid-card. Tags are in the mid-card. Then you have your mid-card singles titles, the IC title and European and US, things of that sort. Then you have your hardcore title, lower card title. Later on you get your cruiserweight title, lower card title. Then you have your main event titles, your WWE, your world heavyweight titles, things of like that. In the Attitude Era, it was very, very well balanced, very well. The tag division was great. I love the tag division. Everybody wanted to see the tag division and were invested in the feuds in the tag division, which is not something you get nowadays. The Divas, people were following Divas. Now, I wouldn't consider the Attitude Era the best era for Divas. I would consider the post-Attitude Era better with the Trish Stratus and the Litas and the Victorias. But you also had you had Chyna in the Attitude Era. You had Sable, who's probably the hottest diva of all time. Sunny. You had all these divas, kind of the birth of the hot, sexy divas that you get nowadays, and they're more you're more invested into them than now. You just have AJ Lee and somewhat Caitlyn, and people were trying. Their total divas are trying so hard, but I just don't think that they'll ever make it. NXT has great divas. Paige, Summer Rae, if you might have seen her dancing with Fandango. Another girl named Emma who does this dancing gimmick is really, really, really good stuff. I'm ready to see them on the main roster. But you have your mid-card titles, your IC titles, and your European titles were they actually meant something. The purpose of them was to propel you from the mid-card up into the upper card. Or, I mean, nowadays the IC title, you circulate IC title, US title, tag team titles, excuse the phone. Tag team title, you get stuck in mid-card hell and they don't propel you to the next level like they used to. Attitude Era did a great job at using the IC title to boost its up-and-coming talent to the upper card. Number 4, best things about the Attitude Era. D-Generation X. I don't want to talk too much about them because I would get stuck on them all day. Triple H and Shawn Michaels are 2 of my favorite of all time. Unfortunately, Shawn Michaels got hurt. Then you had Triple H come in with Chyna. You had my favorite tag team of all time, the New Age Outlaws, with their awesome introduction. Love their introduction. Then you had X-Pac, who's a great character. He loves to push the envelope. I love DX. I love their invasion of WCW. One of the most surreal things that's ever happened on WWE TV. DX was great, loved it, entertained the crowd, would do anything they could to entertain the crowd, and that's what made him so wonderful. Number 3, best things about the Attitude Era. The bumps that these people took, the spots in the matches, the high spots. Great. Unreal, like, risk-taking, and just, these people were just, I don't know how else to describe it other than just crazy or stupid. But it was just some of the most entertaining stuff we've ever gotten on WWE television. You had spots like Mankind falling off the cell twice in King of the Ring '98. You had TLC matches. We had Edge spearing Jeff Hardy hanging off from belts off a ladder, from a 20-foot ladder. You had Matt Hardy and I think it was Bubba Ray or Devon. I think it was Bubba Ray going through 4 tables on the outside of the ring from the inside of the ring. Is just crazy, crazy, crazy. I just some of the spots that these people did. You had people taking unprotected chair shots to the head, which was very crazy and stupid, but it made for some great visuals and cool looking spots. I'm glad WWE doesn't let these stars do this stuff anymore. I'm glad Shane McMahon didn't die when he fell 50 feet off a scaffold to the whatever that thing is he fell into. I mean, it was just crazy stuff, and these people were taking such risk, and I'm glad it's over. I'm glad they're protecting their stars more, but while it lasted, it was great stuff. Number 2, best things about the Attitude Era. Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. 2 of your top 5, what I would say top 5 stars of all time, just rising at the same time, becoming main eventers at the same time, just getting to the main event level at the same time, and just all of a sudden their careers clash at WrestleMania 15. Not their best match at WrestleMania 15, but they would go on to headline WrestleMania 3 times. They would headline multiple pay-per-views. Backlash 1999 was probably my favorite non-WrestleMania confrontation between them two. But either way, they put on 3, 4+ star matches at WrestleMania. Nobody was tired of the feud like Cena Rock is. We've only had 2 matches, and everybody's tired of it. They don't want to see it. They didn't want to see it the second time. These 2 guys put on amazing promos, some of the best TV segments of all time. Then they had put on amazing wrestling matches. They worked great together in the ring, and they're just fun to watch. I loved everything these guys did together. And number 1, the absolute best thing about the Attitude Era, not really a question here. I think 99% of people would agree with me on this. The best thing about the Attitude Era was the birth of the Mr. McMahon character and the Stone Cold Steve Austin versus McMahon rivalry. Mr. McMahon was born, if you watch the McMahon DVD, he says his character was born when he cut the promo on Bret Hart saying Bret screwed Bret after the Montreal Screwjob. My opinion is he was born the day that Stone Cold finally got his hands on Mr. McMahon and hit the Stone Cold Stunner on him on Monday Night Raw. Unreal. I mean, Stone Cold was just purveying what everybody wanted to do to their boss, especially Mr. McMahon. He was just living it in real life, and he was doing what everybody wanted to do, and he was completely. Mr. McMahon was torturing Stone Cold with the corporation. But Stone Cold would come out and get one over on Mr. McMahon. That was about, I think it was like 5 weeks in a row. He came out and did all these crazy things. My favorite being the cement truck when he filled the car up with cement. The beer truck was great. The hospital segment was great with Mankind and Mr. Sacco's birth, as well as Stone Cold with the bedpan. What's the other spot that was the Zamboni was great. The gun with the Bang 316. All of it was television. These were back-to-back weeks, and it was just putting in some of the best ratings of all time. And I believe this is what truly put WWE over WCW and made them win the Monday Night Wars. That is enough about the best things about the Attitude Era. Now, the Attitude Era was not perfect, nor is any era. There was some bad things about the Attitude Era. There was some things that WWE could not control, but there was some things that they could have controlled that could have made it better. Number 5, worst things about the Attitude Era. American Badass Undertaker. I'm not saying he was a bad character. He was a good character. It was cool to see another side of the Undertaker. But then again, on the other hand, the Dead Man Undertaker, in my opinion, is the best WWE character of all time. He is the most historic. He holds the WrestleMania streak. You don't think about. I mean, it wouldn't. I don't feel like it would be the same. The streak wouldn't be the same if Undertaker was this biker gimmick the entire time. He would just be a normal human being. But the fact that he's this guy with superpowers that loves, I mean, that just carries this streak on his back, and his what defines his career. I feel like the American Badass, he just wasn't the same as the Dead Man gimmick. He was good. He was a great character. I'm not going to deny that. He put on some great matches, especially WrestleMania 17 versus Triple H, and WrestleMania, I guess it was WrestleMania 18, maybe? No, I can't remember. When he fought Ric Flair. That was another great match. I enjoyed that match. But then again, he's much better as the Dead Man. I was much more invested in him as the Dead Man, and I still am today. And that's what he'll be remembered by. Number 4, worst things about the Attitude Era. The hardcore title belt. I love gimmick matches. My favorite thing about the WWE is to watch matches with weapons, and like when these guys have a rivalry that's so personal that they have to resort to something other than beating each other up in a ring. They have to go use weapons and hit each other with trash cans and throw each other through the tables and fight each other inside a cell. I love that stuff. It's my favorite thing about the WWE. But one of my least favorite things about the WWE is when they do something stupid to take away the credibility of weapons and cells and things of that sort. And the hardcore title belt did a great job at taking away the credibility of this stuff. Hardcore title matches were just, I think the best example I can think of was WrestleMania 16, WrestleMania 2000, when they would go out and they had this hardcore battle royal, and I think that they were just people hitting each other with weapons, and nobody was selling the weapon shots. They were just hitting each other, and they would fall over and stand right back up, and hit each other and fall over and stand right back up, and then they would get another weapon and hit them back. It was just completely devalued the weapons and the impact of the weapons, and it just wasn't good stuff. WrestleMania 16, I think the hardcore title changed hands like 15 times or something during the show. I didn't never like the hardcore title belt because I would get excited. I would say, man, this hardcore title belt means every match is going to be hardcore. This is awesome. It means they're all going to use weapons and all going to be crazy matches, but it wasn't what it was. It was just a normal match. Instead of throwing punches, they were throwing weapons, and it just wasn't good. Then they put in that stupid 24/7 rule where the hardcore title can always change hands, and that was like, I mean, the only good segment we got from that was Crash Holly in the ball pit in the video arcade or whatever he was in. That was funny, but the rest of it was just it wasn't good. Number 3, worst things about the Attitude Era: match quality on free television. Monday Night Raw during the Attitude Era, if you ever watch it, it's rare that you would get a 20-minute, 3.5-star match, which we get almost every week on Raw now. In the Attitude Era, every match was 7 to 8 minutes and would end in an interference by somebody to prolong a feud, or it would end in a manager screwing somebody over just to get the feud to go farther. It wasn't like it is today. And now I do know they only had 2 hours for Raw, but I feel like they could have set aside 15 minutes a week for 2 guys with talent in the ring to go out and put on a show, but they didn't. Raw was all about segments and promos and furthering feuds, which we don't do enough of nowadays, but back then they didn't do any good matches, so it was hard to sit through Raw. Number 2, worst things about the Attitude Era: these are the things. These bottom two are things that WWE couldn't control that were the worst things about the Attitude Era. Number two, I would say, is a lot of the big talent, huge talent, was gone due to contracts with WCW. You had the Hulk Hogan's and the Ric Flairs and the Bret Harts were all in WCW, and Chris Jericho and Rey Mysterio. You couldn't have if you had all these talents on one spot during their prime. You would have had the best television you could possibly ever imagine from professional wrestling. But you didn't. You had two different brands, and you had the roster. I mean, what could have been an amazing roster was split into two pieces, and it hurt the quality of the matches. I mean, I think if you play WWE 13, the video game, and you play Attitude Era mode, the opening video says the Attitude Era was defined by 8 guys or 10 guys, and that's true. It was produced by. Well, the video game says Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart, but they were gone at the beginning of the Attitude Era. So that leaves Kane, Undertaker, Mankind, Rock, Stone Cold, Mr. McMahon, and that's pretty much it. I'm trying to think if there's anyone else that was big during the Attitude Era. Not really. I mean, you had your tag teams, and you had your divas, and you had your other divisions, but they weren't. The main event division wasn't as deep as it should have been. So I feel like a lot of talent was missing. A lot of great talent could have been on WWE, was on WCW, and it hurt the Attitude Era. Number one worst thing about the Attitude Era was an unfortunate event that happened. The best in-ring performer of all time, Shawn Michaels, was not present during most of the Attitude Era. He was hurt. He got hurt. His final match was WrestleMania against Stone Cold Steve Austin, WrestleMania 14. He got hurt. That was his last match. He would not return until WrestleMania 19, or he would not return until the Triple H match in SummerSlam 2002, and which was an excellent match, but that wasn't what I would consider part of the Attitude Era. He was gone during a lot of the Attitude Era, and it hurt him because he is the best in-ring performer of all time, and he is a wonderful character. I'd say he's top 10 characters of all time. He could have been a great main event player, could have been a great person to help out the mid-card, could have been a great person to make another tag team. You could have done so many different things with him that you didn't have the opportunity to do because he was hurt. This hurt the Attitude Era greatly. I think DX would have been a lot better with Shawn Michaels. I think the 2006 DX was, I'm not going to say it was better. It wasn't as risky and crazy as the original DX, but I think it was funnier, and I think Shawn Michaels adds a whole new dimension to DX with his goofy little comments and things that he makes. I thought he was hilarious. I thought 2006 DX was great. I wish Shawn Michaels could have been there. I'm sorry he got hurt, but he did. And but besides that, Attitude Era was still great. Still one of the best eras of all time. Comparable to the Ruthless Aggression Era. And I know a lot of y'all are gonna go crazy, but I grew up. I started watching consistently during the Ruthless Aggression Era, and I loved it. I really started watching around WrestleMania 20 when Chris Benoit, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels were having their rivalry, and right after Brock Lesnar and Goldberg had left, and I thought that the Ruthless Aggression Era was great TV. I think the PG era is great TV. I think what's going on now is great. The only thing, I think that was a gray area from about 2007 to 2010 or so, and then I think it started picking up again. I'm not going to say WWE is perfect. I know there's a lot of things about it, but I don't want to be one of these people on the internet that comes out and bitches every week, because right now WWE has me thrilled to tune in to Raw every week, has me thrilled to tune in to NXT every week. I keep up with Superstars and Main Event because they put on some talent that doesn't get to go on the normal TV shows. SmackDown I try to keep up with. I normally read spoilers, and if there's something interesting, I'll go watch it. WWE is doing great stuff, and they're just simply putting out a much better product than TNA right now. So until TNA starts putting out a better product, WWE will be the better show, and that's what I'll continue supporting more. I mean, I hope TNA can come back and make a run, but I don't see it. They're going to have to show me something that they haven't shown me yet. So please subscribe. Please comment below. Please follow me on Twitter. Spread the word to all your friends. I hope to become a bigger deal because this is the next big thing. Thank you.